Throughout this course, I'll be zooming, panning, and rotating to navigate around the models. So I want to make sure you have an explanation of how I'm doing this here in the beginning of the course. Now, before I tell you about all of the navigation tools here on the right, I want to show you how to do the majority of your zooming, panning, and rotating directly from your mouse. Some of these tools give you additional control, but using the mouse is a faster method to use a lot of the time. First, let me show you how to pan the model. All you have to do is press and hold the center mouse button or scroll wheel. With the center button depressed, just move the cursor on the screen. Next, I'll look at zooming in and out. This time, with the scroll wheel, all you have to do is roll it towards you to zoom in and away from you to zoom out. This might be the opposite of what you're used to if you're coming from AutoCAD, but it will eventually become second nature to you. One thing about zooming: when you roll the mouse button to zoom in, Inventor zooms in on the position of your cursor. New users sometimes have a hard time with this and end up zooming the part outside of the design window. I'll show you what I mean. Say I want to zoom in on this corner of the part. If I leave my mouse in this spot on the screen and keep zooming in, notice the part eventually leaves the design window. This is because the mouse is positioned over the background immediately after I start zooming in, which means I'll be zooming in on that spot in the background and not the model. If I want to keep this from happening, I must relocate the cursor to the spot I want to zoom to every few seconds while zooming in. One last tool I want to mention is Zoom All, which can be helpful if you somehow lose the part in the graphics area. To use it, you can simply double-click the mouse button and the part will return zoomed to the middle of the screen. If you like hotkeys, you can press the Home button on the keyboard, located near the Delete button, for Zoom All as well. So, to recap, you can pan by holding the middle mouse button down. You can zoom in by rolling the scroll wheel towards yourself while adjusting the cursor every few seconds to zoom into that area, and zoom out by rolling the middle mouse wheel away from you. If you zoom out too far, just double-click the middle mouse button for Zoom All. Finally, you can rotate the model using the center mouse button while holding down the Shift key on the keyboard. With both buttons pressed, notice the model reacting to each direction I move. Many new users can have trouble getting the desired result from rotating. They might start using circular motions with the mouse until eventually it ends up in the right spot. My advice while getting started is to simply limit your rotate command to vertical and horizontal directions. Here's what I mean. Watch as I press the middle mouse button along with Shift and move the mouse in only the up and down directions at one time. When I'm finished rotating up and down, I'll release the buttons, press and hold Shift and middle mouse button again, and move from side to side. Again, this will all become second nature with practice, but these tricks should make it easier while you're getting used to it.